Hello there, my fellow treasure hunters and garden artists. If you're someone who walks into thrift stores and instantly sees garden sculpture potential in forgotten ceramics, gets genuinely excited about transforming someone's unwanted decor into stunning outdoor art, and believes that the most breathtaking garden features come from imagination rather than expensive boutiques, then you've discovered your creative sanctuary. Whether you've been rescuing discarded treasures for years, or you're just beginning to see the incredible artistic potential hiding in Goodwill bins, welcome to Daily Garden Fix, where we prove that show-stopping garden sculptures emerge from vision, not designer price tags. What if I told you that last Saturday, I spent exactly $47 across 3 Goodwill stores and came home with everything needed to create 10 different garden sculptures that would cost $800 if purchased from high-end garden boutiques? That chipped ceramic lamp someone donated. It became an elegant 3-tiered fountain that looks like expensive Italian garden art. Those mismatched vintage plates headed for the donation pile. They're now stunning mosaic stepping stones that create perfect garden pathways while looking absolutely intentional. That collection of old kitchen colanders gathering dust, they became the most charming hanging planters that make visitors ask where I found such beautiful sculptural containers. You don't need expensive stone carvings or designer garden statuary to create outdoor art that makes your neighbors stop and stare with admiration. Just the willingness to see artistic potential in the overlooked, some basic crafting supplies you probably already own, and the thrill that comes from knowing you're about to turn someone's discards into your garden's sculptural masterpieces. Stay with me because today we're diving deep into mind-blowing ways to transform thrift store treasures into sculptures that will revolutionize how your outdoor spaces feel. And hey, if you love discovering genius ways to create stunning garden art while keeping serious money in your pocket, smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. You absolutely cannot miss what's coming next week. I'm revealing the secret weatherproofing technique that makes any outdoor sculpture last decades using just 3 common household items. By the end of today's video, you'll never walk through thrift stores the same way again. Now let's get creative and start building garden magic. Ceramic Lamp Tiered Fountain Elegance. Let's start with something that transforms any boring garden corner into a sophisticated water feature showcase. Vintage ceramic table lamps that become absolutely stunning tiered fountains for the price of a fancy dinner. Here's where the magic happens. Those ceramic lamps with interesting shapes at thrift stores $8-15 already have perfect proportions for water features. The lamp base provides excellent weight for stability, while the shade holder creates beautiful water distribution points. The built-in electrical pathway is exactly what small fountain pumps need for easy installation. Remove all electrical components safely, then seal any openings with marine-grade silicone. Clean thoroughly and test for cracks that might leak. The ceramic surface accepts outdoor paint beautifully for color coordination with your garden palette. Stack multiple lamps of decreasing sizes to create elegant tiered effects, connecting them with small fountain pumps available online for $20. The water cascades naturally from tier to tier, creating soothing sounds while the ceramic develops beautiful patina over time. Position near seating areas where the water sounds enhance relaxation, or use as focal points that draw the eye through garden spaces. Plant water-loving specimens around the base for lush oasis effects that make small gardens feel like luxury resorts. Vintage plate mosaic stepping stone artistry. Don't let those chipped vintage plates stay buried in donation bins. What looks like damaged dinnerware is actually the foundation for the most gorgeous mosaic stepping stones that create artistic pathways while telling stories through rescued ceramics. The transformation's secret lies in their existing beauty. Those floral patterns, elegant borders, and vintage colors become stunning design elements when broken strategically. The curved pieces fit together naturally to create flowing patterns impossible to achieve with manufactured tiles. Break plates safely using towels and hammers, creating pieces of various sizes for interesting texture. Mix patterns and colors for eclectic charm, or use matching sets for cohesive elegance. The irregular shapes add authentic handcrafted character that mass-produced stepping stones never achieve. Embed pieces in concrete stepping stone molds, filling gaps with weatherproof grout and coordinating colors. The finished stones become functional art that guides visitors through garden spaces while providing glimpses of rescued history beneath their feet. Positioned to create meandering pathways that encourage garden exploration, or use individually as accent pieces near special plantings. Each stone becomes unique artistic expression that celebrates both creativity and conservation. Colander hanging planter sculptures. Transform those vintage kitchen colanders into charming hanging planters that look like they belong in a cottage garden magazine. Spread while providing perfect drainage for healthy plant growth. Here's the natural magic. Select colanders with interesting patinas, shapes or colors that add character. Enamelware creates cottage charm, stainless steel offers modern elegance, and aged aluminum develops beautiful weathered appearance. The existing holes provide perfect drainage that prevents root rot. Chain or rope hangers through the handles create instant hanging systems, while the rounded bottoms naturally showcase trailing plants. Line with coconut fiber for rustic appeal, or use landscape fabric for cleaner modern looks. The genius is in the functionality. Excellent drainage promotes healthy root systems, while the elevated position protects plants from ground pests. The vintage character adds authenticity that new planters require years to develop naturally. Group multiple colanders at varying heights for dramatic displays that create vertical interest, or use singles as specimen plant features. Paint in coordinating colors or embrace natural patina for authentic vintage character that tells agricultural stories. Ceramic figurine fairy garden villages. Create enchanting miniature landscapes using rescued ceramic figurines that become the foundation for magical fairy garden displays that captivate children and adults alike. The transformation process enhances their storytelling potential. Those orphaned ceramic animals, figurines and decorative pieces become residents of miniature worlds that change seasonally. Clean thoroughly and repair any damage with ceramic-appropriate adhesives. Design miniature landscapes in large containers, using the figurines as focal points around which entire scenes develop. Add miniature furniture, tiny pathways, and appropriately scaled plants to create complete environments that invite close inspection. The beauty develops through seasonal changes. Spring brings fresh miniature plantings. Summer creates lush tiny landscapes. Autumn adds miniature harvests, and winter allows for magical snow scenes that preserve the displays. Position fairy gardens where children can easily explore them, or create adult versions with sophisticated plant choices and elegant ceramic pieces. Each garden becomes unique storytelling opportunity that combines rescued treasures with living art. Glass bowl succulent sphere masterpieces. Transform large glass bowls and vases into stunning succulent displays that look like expensive terrarium art, while providing perfect growing conditions for these trendy plants. Here's the transparent magic. Large clear glass vessels from thrift stores. 5 Wonder Guelphs already have perfect proportions for succulent arrangements. The glass provides excellent light transmission while creating greenhouse effects that succulents love. The curved surfaces add artistic dimension impossible to achieve with traditional planters. Layer drainage materials, add appropriate succulent soil, then arrange plants for maximum visual impact. The clear glass allows appreciation of root systems and soil layers, while the rounded shapes create living sculptures that change as plants grow. Create themed arrangements, desert landscapes with sand and rocks, beach scenes with shells and sea glass, or modern minimalist displays with single spectacular specimens. The versatility allows complete artistic expression while providing excellent growing conditions. Position where morning light illuminates the glass while avoiding afternoon heat that might overheat the plants. Group multiple bowls for impressive displays, or use singles as statement pieces that anchor garden vignettes. Vintage ladder plant display towers. Old wooden ladders become stunning vertical plant galleries that bring nursery charm to any garden space while maximizing growing area and minimal footprint. Here's the transformation approach. Position ladders at slight angles against walls, fences, or support structures, ensuring stability with proper anchoring. Each rung becomes a shelf for displaying potted plants, while the weathered wood adds authentic farmhouse character. Arrange plants by height, light requirements, and seasonal interest for displays that provide year-round beauty. Trailing plants cascade naturally between rungs, while upright specimens create vertical lines that draw the eye upward through garden spaces. The vintage aesthetic adds instant character, while the functional design keeps plants organized and accessible for maintenance. Paint ladders in colors that coordinate with your garden palette, or embrace natural weathering for authentic aged appearance. Change seasonal displays for evolving interest. Spring seedlings give way to summer abundance. Autumn arrangements celebrate harvest colors, and winter evergreen displays add structure when gardens rest. Ceramic tile garden mosaic borders. Transform boxes of mismatched ceramic tiles into sophisticated garden borders that look like expensive landscape architecture, while defining planting areas with artistic flair. The industrial meets artistic approach works beautifully. Broken or whole tiles create geometric patterns that complement both formal and cottage garden styles. The ceramic surface withstands weather indefinitely while adding color and texture that changes throughout the seasons. Design borders using color coordination, pattern repetition, or random arrangements that create visual interest along pathways, around trees, or defining planting beds. The permanent installation provides long-term garden structure while the artistic elements add personality. Break tiles strategically for curved borders, or use whole tiles for clean geometric lines. Mix sizes, colors, and patterns for eclectic charm, or use uniform tiles for sophisticated modern effects. Position to create visual separation between different garden areas, while providing practical barriers that prevent grass encroachment into planting beds. The artistic elements transform functional borders into decorative features that enhance overall garden design. Teapot and cup water feature cascades. Create whimsical water features using rescued teapots and teacups that tell stories while providing soothing water sounds and movement to garden spaces. Here's the transformation magic. Position teapots at various heights, connecting them with small pumps that create water cascades from spout to spout. The ceramic vessels add charm while the water movement creates focal points that draw wildlife and provide relaxation. Drill drainage holes carefully using ceramic bits, then connect with flexible tubing hidden behind or under the vessels. The water appears to pour naturally from teapot to teacup in gravity-defying displays that delight children and adults. The cottage garden aesthetic adds whimsy while the functional water feature provides habitat for beneficial insects and birds. Position near seating areas where the gentle sounds enhance outdoor relaxation, or use as accent features that add movement to static garden corners. Plant water-loving specimens around the base for lush effects while the ceramic develops beautiful mineral deposits that add authentic weathered character over time. Mirror fragment sun catcher sculptures. Transform broken mirrors and glass pieces into stunning light-catching sculptures that add sparkle and movement while creating magical effects throughout garden spaces. The light-bending approach creates drama. Arrange mirror fragments on weather-resistant backing materials to catch and reflect sunlight in patterns that change throughout the day. The reflected light creates moving shadows and bright spots that add dynamic interest to static gardens. Design geometric patterns, flowing organic shapes, or random arrangements that suit your garden's aesthetic. Mount on stakes, hang from branches, or incorporate into existing structures for integrated artistic elements. The movement created by changing light angles adds temporal beauty that makes gardens feel alive and magical. Position to catch morning or evening light for spectacular effects while avoiding angles that might create unwanted heat concentration. Safety considerations include smooth edges and secure mounting that prevents pieces from falling. The artistic results justify the careful installation while providing years of changing beauty that costs almost nothing to create. Vintage chair garden throne planters. Transform damaged wooden chairs into charming planter seats that look like they belong in secret garden novels, while providing unique growing opportunities for special plants. Here's the furniture transformation secret. Remove or open seat areas to create planting cavities. Then line with appropriate materials for plant health. The chair backs provide natural trellises for climbing plants while the legs elevate plants for better drainage and visibility. Paint chairs in garden-appropriate colors that coordinate with your outdoor palette, or embrace natural weathering for authentic vintage character. The furniture form adds human scale that makes gardens feel more intimate and inviting. Position throne planters as focal points where they create garden rooms or mark transitions between different areas. Plant with specimens that complement the chair's style, cottage garden favorites for vintage pieces, or modern varieties for sleek contemporary chairs. The whimsical element adds personality while the functional growing space provides opportunities for displaying special plants at perfect viewing height. Each chair becomes garden art that tells stories while providing practical growing solution. And there you have it, incredible ways to transform everyday thrift store treasures into garden sculptures that would make landscape designers weep with envy. But this journey isn't just about saving money or rescuing materials from donation bins. It's about creating outdoor art that reflects your personality, maximizes your garden's visual impact, and proves that the most stunning landscape features come from vision and creativity, not expensive purchases. Every chipped ceramic lamp, forgotten dinner plate, and worn kitchen colander has the potential to become garden sculpture paradise in the right hands. Your hands are exactly the right hands for this transformation. Whether you tackle one simple weekend project or redesign your entire garden's sculptural elements, you're proving that spectacular outdoor spaces grow from resourcefulness, not retail therapy. The magic happens when your rescued treasures begin transforming ordinary garden spaces into artistic sanctuaries. When your ceramic fountain creates soothing water sounds, when your mosaic stepping stones guide visitors through beautiful pathways, or when your hanging colander planters add vertical charm, that's when you realize you've created something completely unique that no garden center could ever sell. So here's my challenge. Pick the project that made your artistic spirit absolutely sing and start treasure hunting this weekend. Begin with whatever gems you discover at your local thrift stores. Start small if needed, but start somewhere amazing. Document your transformation journey. Our community loves celebrating these incredible before and after stories. If this video opened your eyes to the sculptural potential hiding in Goodwill bins, give it a massive thumbs up and share it with anyone who loves creating garden art on a budget. Smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because next week I'm revealing the secret weatherproofing technique that makes any outdoor sculpture last decades. You won't believe how simple it is. Until next time, keep hunting, keep creating, and remember, the most spectacular garden sculptures aren't about what you spend, but about the vision you bring to forgotten treasures. Happy hunting and happy garden sculpting.